Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We are going to taste a value wine. By that I mean it's sub £8. Music to my ears.
I can't tell you how excited he is about this one.
It's a Zinfandel, it's from California, and we're going to taste it now. So here is the label. It is the famous Barefoot label. And now they have won multiple world gold medals. Obviously, massive brand, produce hundreds of thousands of bottles, know what they're doing. So, but always you have to say that they do it very cost effectively.
Yep.
It's at a price point that most people can afford.
Yep.
So we have had some we haven't liked, and some we thought of incredible value. So
we've had a mixed bag with Barefoot, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
So again, this is going to be an interesting one. And again, just because it comes in that the entry level, let's say £8. This is not a bad thing whatsoever.
No, so this is the label, just in case you want to look at it on the shelves and spot it on the shelves. As we've said, it's £8.
£8. Oh, look at his excitement!
£8, I love it. Okay, settle down.
It's £8. We know it's £8.
We know it's £8.
Let's grab.
Let's have a look at the card, see if it's worth £8.
£8. It's hey.
What?
It's
It's
nice
very
and
deep,
rich,
isn't it? Yeah. There's not a lot of light going through that against the white background, for sure. It is a
proper ruby.
Yeah.
Rich. Nice.
It looks nice.
It looks good in the glass as well.
Yeah.
The viscosity kind of.
Yeah.
It looks a bit sexy. I don't know if you can describe it.
You can describe wine as sexy, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Okay, let's naturally get straight onto the nose.
Talking about being sexy.
It's just not too sexy, John. Just sexy.
I'm getting. This smells nice. I mean, it smells. I'm just trying to think of the fruit at that.
For me, I'm getting that kind of like cherry and eucalyptus. Like those cherry tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That no longer they make. They don't make them any longer, John.
Oh, what am I going to compare? Oh my god!
So our younger audience are going to go out and try and find these
tunes.
Yeah.
Have gone. Oh my goodness!
I know. What are we going to compare the wine to now?
I don't know.
How could they do that?
I think they had. What was that fantastic advert they had? It must have been in the 80s, when the lady sat, which she sprayed loads of perfume on, and he kept taking tunes because he couldn't smell anything, and then I can't. That's by the by. It was an old advert. Obviously, tunes are no longer. Let's concentrate on wine. Sorry, I digress completely. Let's get back to the wine. So yeah, tunes, cherry and eucalyptus. It's a nice nose on that. It's not. It's got enough going on.
It has, yeah. It's very pleasant. It's not one where you go, it doesn't smell of anything. It's weak. It's delicate. It's just a nice balance there.
Yeah, it's almost a touch of a little bit of earthiness in there as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
It's there, isn't it? Underlying.
Yeah.
So let's have a go on the palate.
So what immediately struck me there is, that's nice, but Zinfandel is not as powerful as I would expect.
Yeah.
Then immediately I thought, this is £8. And Zinfandels can be like 20 odd quid or more, can't they? So, judging it based, taking the price into account, it's very reasonable. It's a nice taste. It's not got a massive length, but it's not, it's not.
I agree with everything you said there. The like you said, it's not too much going on in there. I mean, all I got from that really was the cherry I got on the nose. So for me, that I like that. Like you said, the depth and it's not as massive as a Zinfandel. Usually, when you think you're in a Zinfandel, you're in for a fight. This is going to be something to behold, and it's you versus wine in a nice way. But this doesn't have that. Like I said, there's a lack of complexity there, but also, like you just said there, John, it's £8.
So this, I think, would you agree that if you were having people around and you were just chatting and you were pouring the wine, and people weren't really concentrating on the wine, there's nothing offensive about this.
Definitely not. Again, this is something I would not be ashamed to serve. And it's, you know, it's Barefoot. It's £8. I mean, the length, there's not a particular length in there, but that doesn't matter. Like you've said, if you're having like a group of friends around and you're all having a chat in maybe a party situation, it's not taking anybody's mind away in a good way. It's not taking anybody's mind away in a bad way. You know, it's not something people go, what's that? That's it. But and the opposite thing is people go, oh, what is that? You know, it sits nicely. This I can see why this wins medal, because it does what it says on the tin. It's £8. It's perfectly, you know, acceptable. It's neither here nor there. And this is also like an entry level, you know, to more complex wines, especially if you're not a red wine drinker. This, I think, I could see people having that. Go, yeah, I quite like that, and then moving on from there. But as it stands, I cannot knock that. And you know, this is where we often have this snobbery involved in wine. That for £8. From Barefoot, I know we've had a mixed relationship we have with Barefoot, but this one I think they've hit the mark. They've got exactly what they need to do.
Yeah.
I cannot knock that.
Yeah, I agree, and I think, you know, as we were saying, if you're sort of party and you're chatting away, you take a sip of this, you think, oh, that's nice, and then continue talking, and it's not like enough. Some wines, I think I can remember saying that I taste it and think, oh, I don't want to talk to you now, I want to concentrate on this taste. Yeah. It's a nice taste. Oh, that's nice, and then move on with the conversation.
Yeah.
And so it's a nice sort of social wine, and I'd say it's a table wine.
Oh, table wine, yeah, and again, it's £8. I know that really appeals to you, John. But I mean, there's not even a lot of length in there. I'm not worried about that. That is, like I said, something you won't be ashamed to serve in that environment.
Absolutely not.
And yeah, I don't think.
And also, you know, it's one of those things. If you've got friends that are really into wine, and you could get out the expensive ones first, and then when everyone's a little bit merry, bring out this, because actually, you know, no one's going to be really tasting as such at that point.
And again, it's not going to offend anybody. No. It's never going to win. You know, it's never going to be. That was delicious. Well, it might be for some people, but on the flip side, nobody's going to hate that.
No, absolutely. No one's going to object to it. It's not going to be objectionable to anyone.
No.
Good. Okay, well, let's move on to pairing.
Again, I've been concentrating on the wine not thinking about that.
So, if
that's okay, John, sorry.
Absolutely. So, you know, I mean, I think that normally Zinfandel you'd say with steak. This would probably go with steak, but, you know, it could also go with lighter lighter red meats as well. So you certainly could have it with steak, but again, I don't think that would be necessary. You could even have it, I think, with pizzas, you know, with a sort of a meat feast pizza. I think that would go really well. You can have with duck. I mean, it's very versatile because it's not so strong that it's going to drown out any food, and it's not so weak that it's going to, you know, it will be able to stand up to a reasonable amount. I
could definitely see that with your pizza, the meat feast pizza. I reckon that would, you good. Cheese-wise, I would go for a washed rind cheese with this, so anything washed rind. So maybe Pont l'Evêque, maybe a Chaume, maybe closer to a Chaume, which is a bit more delicate. So because this isn't, like we say, it's not overly powerful, but it's still flavoursome. You know, I'm not putting it down in any way, shape or form. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm bigging this one up. But yeah, something washed rind, a little bit smelly, but not too strong.
Excellent. Super. Okay, guys, well, if you get a chance to taste this, and I'm sure you will, it's available throughout the world, let us know what you think of it, see if you agree with us, and obviously any pairing suggestions you have. We'll be interested in hearing. Also, if you've got any suggestions of Zinfandel that we should, in fact, do a review on, we'd be really interested to hear.
Scoring.
Oh, goodness, yeah. I nearly left that bit out.
Don't worry. I was saying that because I'm thinking to myself, this is an unusual one to score.
Because of the £8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that really throws it that way. Yes. But I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Okay, number one, on the personal level, I really enjoyed that. It's not overly Zinfandel-esque. However, I have to take into account that price and how nice it was anyway. So I fear... Again, we've had a mixed relationship with Barefoot, but you know, some people in the snobbish way may frown upon it. But I'm going to be quite confident in saying. There we go.
And I'm going to go 78.
Ooh, not too. 82. I went for.
Okay, that's quite generous.
It's the price. It's the price. It's
No,
it's that whole
Yeah.
good all rounder. £8. You know, look at some of the wines we've tasted. I mean, 3 times that price. You know, a mug.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that,
No, I totally understand where you come from. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best wine I've ever tasted, but from our, from the scoring and the judging, so to speak, I think that deserves to be held up a little.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, if you would say, twist my arm, I'd take it to 80.
Yeah, well, it's not too far, 78 and 82.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've been further apart. So,
Oh,
guys, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the like button and the little bell thing so you know when we're sending out our next videos. And tell your friends about it. And please comment. It all helps us find new viewers. Until next time, guys. Chin chin.
Chin chin.